Friends, good morning.
I welcome you here in Sarma Pictorial Hours. Today I discuss poem Refugee Blues or say the city has 10 million souls written by W.H. Auden. So some photos relating to the Holocaust and extermination. Here I am showing you that Hitler ordered to exterminate all the German Jews from Germany and Europe. So friends, now see some photo here. The Nazi army of Hitler here persecuted and exterminated all the German Jews, and they were deprived of political, social, and other rights as they were migrated from their homeland Palestine to Germany. And in history, so this is a gradual process of their migration there. Say as they migrated in European countries from Palestine for better job, etc. In 19th century they migrated. So here extermination on Holocaust, killing of German soldiers, killing of German Jews by Nazi army. Here I am showing to you because this poem is totally based on the extermination, and the German Jews were driven or expelled from Germany by Hitler in 1939, where the Second World War broke out. So there was xenophobia. They were hated by the Germans as foreigners. So German Jews were exterminated by the order of Hitler. So persecution was done in Germany. They were deprived of the political, social, and human rights. Political, social, and human rights. So, what is Adolf Hitler, who gave order actually in 1939. However, this persecution developed very slowly in the year 1930, and German Jews were shattered in Poland and Russia also, and other European countries. They just migrated, or rather driven out, expelled from Germany, and this expulsion began in 19th century there too. Here is a photo of a poodle, a dog, a French or German breed. French or German breed here. I just show to you. Here another photo of dog, French of German breed. So friends, now good morning. I welcome you in Sarma pre-tutorial hours. Today I discuss poem Refugee Blues, or say this city has 10 million souls, written by W.H. Auden. Written by W.H. Auden. Say this city has 10 million souls. Okay friends. So first reading about this poem for comprehensive reading. First, we have to consider the historical background that is to be considered in writing the poem by W.H. Auden. So, first we see that the poem was first published in autumn 1939. Afterwards, it appeared in the section Songs and Other Musical Pieces in Auden's collected shorter poems of 1930 to 1944. So this poem describes the misery of Jewish refugees. So these Jewish refugees actually German Jewish refugees. They migrated from Palestine and settled there. So these Jewish refugees from Nazi Germany here, persecution done by Nazi Germany or this Nazi political party. Actually, Nazi was a political party there in Germany. So before World War II, this started, persecution started. Persecution means they were deprived of political, social and human rights and hated. Xenophobia was there, hated as a foreigner, not the native persons, because they belong to Palestine or Israel. So where they were denied refuge and faced antagonism and discrepancy or disparity also from the native people of foreign countries. So I am not talking about only this case about Germany, but this happened also throughout the Europe, and some German Jews also settled in America also. So this hatred spread it toward the Europe and America. Here Jewish refugee is a narrator in this poem, W.H. Auden's poem, Refugees Blues, or what say this city has 10 million souls. So here narrator or speaker is a German Jews, who speaks to his beloved wife, and also he addressed to the fellow Jewish refugees there, but mainly he speaks to his beloved wife. So what say? A refugee means in this context, a refugee is a person who flees to another country to escape being persecuted for their religion or politics, or to escape war. So they were refugees, German Jews. So here Jewish refugee is in America and who is speaking to his wife. Why it is said that Jewish Jews in America? Actually, main description of the plight and suffering or persecution of German Jews here in Germany. But Auden lived in America in 1939 there. So he also referred a big city, that is considered as New York. But I say that all the big cities of Europe and America, we have to take into consideration for the suffering and deprivation of human rights of German refugees here. That extermination order also issued by Adolf Hitler there too. So friends, Auden wrote this poem in blues. What is blues? So blues here said as a slow sad song, traditionally with 3-line stanzas with 4 beats to each line. Here blue notes flattened thirds and sevenths. The blues were first sung by African Americans working on slave plantations in the southern states of the USA. These melancholy ballads express the unhappiness of the slaves lives there. So blues became popular song of jazz. It is a blues so lyric also. So friends, now some historical background, some point again we have to take into consideration regarding this poem if we want to do comprehensive study. So Jews have lived in Europe for nearly 2000 years where they experience racist hostility and persecution. In the 1920, German Jews faced anti-Semitism from the Nazi political party led by Adolf Hitler. Means anti-racist activities, they were deprived of human rights, or they rather expelled. They expelled from Germany. So this happened. So German Jews were deprived of their human rights in 1933. However, some deprivation started some more years before, so as 1930 or 1920 rather you may say. And Nazis developed a systematic program to deprive them of their lives as well after 1939. So that was the starting of the Second World War. So Hitler organized death squads during the Second World War. During the Second World War, Hitler organized the death squads or Nazi army battalion to curb the German Jews who resided in Germany. So friends, and they hunted down. Who hunted down? This Nazi army or soldiers hunted down Jews in order to kill them, especially in Poland and Russia. We have to take into consideration the European countries also, not only Germany, because the order issue that was about the extermination or total destruction or mass killing of German Jews in Europe, not only in Germany. So friends, Audubon lived in New York in 1939. So big city referred is here New York also. So we have to consider this poem in context of New York as well as big cities of European continent here, some other big cities of Europe. So the theme totally depended on the antagonism of this poem. What is the antagonism? So what happens in the 1930s, numerous German Jews looked for refuge and granted shelter abroad. Granted shelter abroad means out of Germany, because they first adopted the nationality of Germany and actually they migrated in history from Palestine to Germany. So now they were German Jews. So here the hostility of Second World War, means from 1939 to 1945, developed persecution against the German Jews, and they were persona non grata. So they weren't allowed to stay in foreign countries. It is not the case of only Germany, but in Poland, Russia, and some other European countries, they were not allowed, or reluctantly allowed, or hated. So due to persecution and feeling of xenophobia, means the native people did not like them. Thus the migration laws were harsh, and they were accepted them or granted them shelters or refuge reluctantly, not easily but reluctantly. As Auden lived where? Birmingham, Norfolk, Germany, England, Scotland. So pessimism, persecution, anti-Semitism referred with Holocaust in the context of Europe and America. So in a broad spectrum, we have to consider not only in case of Germany as written here, the situation was very worst, recording the German Jews not only simply persecutions, rather we have to take into consideration that all the European countries and America, they were hated. And here we get the notes of pessimism, persecution, anti-Semitism referred with Holocaust, total destruction, total killing, mass killing in the context of Europe and America, as the order issued on radio by Adolf Hitler to exterminate all the German Jews in the year 1939 in Second World War. So friends, now I just read a poem. Say this city has 10 million souls. Some are living in mansions, some are living in holes. Yet there is no place for us, my dear. Yet there is no place for us. Once we had a country and we thought it fair. Look in the atlas and you will find it there. We can't go there now, my dear, we can't go there now. In the village churchyard there grows an old yew. Every spring it blossoms anew. Oh, passports can't do that. My dear, old passport can't do that. The Kaushal banged the table and said, if you have got no passport, you are officially dead. But we are still alive, my dear, but we are still alive. What is when to a committee they offered me a chair. asked me politely to return next year. But where shall we go today, my dear? But where shall we go today? Came to a public meeting, the speaker got up and said, if we let them in, they will steal our daily bread. He was talking of you and me, my dear. He was talking of you and me. Saw a poodle in a jacket fastened with a pin. Saw a door open and a cat let in. But they weren't German Jews, my dear, but they weren't German Jews. Went down the harbor and stood upon the quay. Saw the fish swimming as if they were free. Only 10 feet away, my dear, only 10 feet away. Walked through a wood, saw the birds in the trees. They had no politician and sang at their ears. They weren't the human race, my dear, they weren't the human race. They weren't the human race. Dreamed I saw a building with 1,000 floors, 1,000 windows and 1,000 doors. Not one of them was ours, my dear, not one of them was ours. Stood on a great plain in the falling snow. 10,000 soldiers marched to and fro, looking for you and me, my dear, looking for you and me. So friends, this is a poem, Refugee Blues, or say the city has 10 million souls, written by W.S. Auden. Now I interpret stanza by stanza. Please. So first stanza. Say this city has 10 million souls. Some are living in mansions, some in halls. Some are living in halls. But yet there is no place for us, my dear, yet there is no place for us. Here, narrator or speaker is a German Jew who speaks to his wife or beloved about the persecution and antagonism, about the persecution and antagonism, that the German Jews are deprived of the human rights and refuse or shelter. He says that in this big city, 10 million persons live in buildings, bungalows and apartments in this big city. But there is no place or room for the German Jews to get shelter. There is no room for the German Jews to get shelter. Here is a suggestion that this city may be any big city of Europe or America. But some critics says that Auden wrote this poem keeping into view New York. But I say not only New York, other big cities of Europe and America. Now, second. Now second stanza. Now second stanza. Once we had a country and we thought it fair. Look in the atlas and you will find it there. We saw we cannot go there now, my dear. We cannot go there, my dear. Now, second stanza. Narrator speaks to his wife and fellow German Jews. I hear say the fellow German Jews who stood there before him. However, he is speaking to his wife, but he is addressing to a group of German Jews. I say, here is suggestion. They are there. They are there. They are their ancestors. They are their ancestors. Means forefathers, father or forefathers once lived in Palestine. That was their home, and they enjoyed the humans and civil rights there. You may see the map of the whole country where they lived in harmony and peacefully, but they accepted the nationalities of various countries in Europe and America. So they are foreigners, and the racial hostility and persecution started due to the Second World War. Hence, they are deprived of the human rights and they cannot go home back or return to Palestine because they had lost their nationalities and are foreigners, are homeless and refugees in the countries of Europe and America. But friends, some critics only states about Germany. They were expelled from Germany, are driven out from Germany. So Germany is actually their second home, but they accepted the nationality there. So speaker says here to his wife, look in the atlas. Germany is there where they were having all the civilian and fundamental rights to live, human rights, but now they cannot go to Germany. But I say, not only they can go to Germany back, but in Palestine, because they have lost also nationality. Yes, their father and forefather migrated there. So we have to take into broad spectrum, consider it in broad aspect. That is, they lost their nationality and migrated to European countries and America as well as. So now they are not in position to go back to Germany, no doubt, and also to Palestine due to some personal reasons and hatred and persecutions, etc. So Now, next stanza. In the village churchyard, there grows an old yew. Every spring in blossoms anew. Every spring blossoms anew. Old passport can't do that, my dear. Old passport can't do that, my dear. So, in this stanza, the speaker says to his wife and fellow German. I here add a fellow German also. Not he is speaking to his wife, but whatever the fellow Germans Jew stood before him, he also spoke to fellow German. That you are pine trees, grows new leaves are blossoms in the churchyard of village. So rejuvenation of the yew or pine tree is brought by nature each year. In other words, new persons arrive in the village and new babies born in the village. They are welcome and cherish civil and human rights as new members of the society. But all the German Jews are helpless, are helpless, because their old passports are expired, and neither they might return to their native country, nor they might seek shelters in foreign countries due to persecution, and they are homeless. But here critic again says that old passports are compared with new leaves. Yew plant or pine plant may break into blossoms in the springs and new leaves appear there. So I say here suggestion that the new persons born and they may enjoy civil rights there. But these German Jews whose passports are now invalid, are expired, so they could not go back to Germany. Okay, and there is again their plight. This plight that they cannot go to Palestine also. Neither Germany or Palestine, but mainly here it is said in the context of Germany. They cannot go back to Germany. Now, next stanza. The consul banged the table and said, if you got no passport, you are officially dead. But we are still alive, my dear, but we are still alive. So friends, in embassy, consuling officer or consul declare that they are officially dead for their native country because their old passport expired and they accepted the nationalities in foreign countries. So I am not talking about in the context of Germany also, or Russia, Poland, but other foreign countries where they accepted the nationalities. So they are victims of racial hostilities in other cities of Germany and deprived of the human rights in the foreign countries. Even though they are alive, they are like animals in foreign countries and are homeless. They are not giving a shelter, so they are homeless. They are living on the plain ground. Sorry, they were living on the plain grounds. Now, next stanza. Went to a committee, they offered me a chair, asked me politely to come next year. Asked me politely to come next year. To return next year. But where shall we go today, my dear? But where shall we go today? So, here the speaker attended a public meeting where he was offered a chair. Where he was offered a chair. So, the speaker summoned by a committee of rehabilitation, and they inquired and checked his passports and certificates and documents and denied him refuge or shelter. They said to him, come next year. Some conditions and terms of immigration condoned or changed. They are homeless, and what is their destination? They don't know. So speaker says to his wife and fellow Germans, Jews, where to go today. Actually, here is depiction of the plight of homeless German Jews in European countries and America. It is not only about the other cities of Germany, but we have to take all the countries and cities of Europe and America. So, next stanza. Come to a public meeting, the speaker got off and said, if we let them in, they will steal our bread. They will steal our bread. He was talking of you and me, my dear. He was talking of you and me, my dear. So, as the speaker attended the public meeting, then the speaker, the spokesperson of the public meeting who was delivering a speech there, announced that they are not welcome in the city here because they are foreigners. They are German Jews. They are not welcome here. They are not given shelter here. If they are given shelter, they will steal their bread, or all the resources will be unclosed, and they will steal their bread, livelihood, or employment, etc. So, it means if they allow, they may be hired, or rather might be hired for petty jobs on cheap rates. So, they are foreigners and thieves, where they may consume the food stuff, or rather you may say they might consume the food stuff and exhaust their resources and wealth. The speaker says to his wife and fellow German Jews that they are thieves and came here to steal their resources, jobs and wealth. So it is a hatred. It is hatred in the speech of the spokesperson in a public place in city of Germany. Here in this context we may city of Germany, but we may consider it in the context of all the cities of Europe. Now next stanza. Saw a poodle saw a poodle in a jacket fastened with a pin, saw a door open and a cat let in, but they weren't German Jews, my dear, but they weren't German Jews. Saw a poodle in a jacket fastened with a pin, saw a door opened and a cat let in, but they weren't German Jews, my dear, but they weren't German Jews. So speaker saw a poodle or dog, a German big dog, that a man was carrying with him and fastened or pinned in the jacket, chain of jacket. Further, speaker saw that a cat was going inside a house whose door was open, but racist hostility was prevailing there, and no German Jews were allowed to live in the buildings, cottages and houses, so German Jews were homeless. Even they were not allowed to live in the holes or slums. Holes are slums there. Now next stanza. Went down the harbor and stood upon the quay, saw the fish swimming as if they were free. Only 10 feet away, my dear, only 10 feet away. So, a speaker stood on the quay or platform of a harbor, and the fish were swimming freely, and they were 10 feet away from the quay. He speaks to his wife and fellow German Jews that there were no hostility and serfdom for the fishes. Hostility. And they were free. So they were free in the oceans. So different varieties or species of fishes were free to live, and they have their home or ocean to live there. Now next stanza. Walked through a wood, saw the birds in the trees. They had no politicians, and saying it there is. They weren't the human race, my dear, they weren't the human race. So walked through the wood, saw the bird in the trees. They had no politician, and saying it there is. They weren't the human race, my dear, they weren't the human race. So a speaker walked through a jungle or forest, and he saw birds were singing in the trees. Birds were singing in the trees. That is, singing in the trees, and sky and chirping, rather singing songs at there is, and leisure, without obstruction of human beings. Has no political leader denied their freedoms. So birds were free in flock to sing and chirp in woods and jungle. They weren't the human beings, so they were free. So they were free, and their freedom was not confirmed and constrained by the politicians. The next stanza. Dreamed I saw a building with 1,000 floors, 1,000 windows, and 1,000 doors. Not one of them, we ours, my dear, not one of them was ours. So, in this stanza, the speaker says to his wife or beloved that he saw a dream. There was a huge building with 1,000 floors and 1,000 windows and 1,000 doors where people resided, but they are homeless. They are homeless means Jews. German Jews are homeless, and there was no room or apartment for German Jews. So, speaker says this. Now, last stanza. Stood on a great plain in the falling snow, 10,000 soldiers marched to and fro, looking for you and me, my dear, looking for you and me. So, Auden depicts the hostility and persecution of the German Jews here in foreign countries, means mainly in European countries and America, and also here in cities of Germany. Is the repercussions and hostility of Second World War. Adolf Hitler ordered the military and squads called as death squads to kill the German Jews. So the speaker says to his wife or beloved that Nazi soldiers are battalions of 10,000 soldiers, Nazi soldiers, were searching him and his wife and other German Jews and fellow German Jews in cities to kill them in Germany and other European countries also. He stood on a plain or ground where snow was falling, and German or Nazi soldiers were haunting the German Jews to kill them. There is suggestion of Poland and Russia also. There is suggestion of Poland and Russia also. So throughout the European country, it was an order to exterminate all the German Jews issued by Adolf Hitler. Now friends, what's note? Mansion. M-A-N-S-I-O-N. Mansion means a large impressive house, a large block of flats. Then once we had a country. So Palestine was their country, first country, and second country actually Germany. In this context, Germany. A tree, a pine tree. Then consul means officer of embassy. They will steal our daily bread, means German Jews will consume food stock and exhaust resources and work there, and they will work on cheap rates and grab the jobs and close their employment of native people of Germany. And poodle means a breed of dog, German or French. Then quay, Q-U-A-Y, quay means platform or rock drowned in the shore of ocean, or landing place of name place for ship. Then harbor, shore of ocean or port to land ship and passengers. Then 10,000 soldiers march to and fro. So here is the order of Adolf Hitler or military, Nazi military or battalion or squads called as death squads. They were searching or haunting the German Jews to kill. Then next word is here genocide. Genocide means mass killing or slaughter of people on racial, religious and political grounds. Then Holocaust. Holocaust took place in 1941 to 1945. It means destruction or slaughter on a mass scale, especially caused by fire or nuclear war. So this done in Second World War and rather applied on German Jews by Nazi army. Then what's that? Deaths. About 6 million European Jews are victims of Nazi persecutions there during 1941 to 1945. Nazi Germany and German here occupied Europe. They were rather killed by the Nazi soldiers or Nazi forces, German Jews. So extermination means total destruction. Then some other words, ghetto, Ghetto. Ghetto means a part of a city, especially a slum area occupied by a minority group or groups. And holes means also here small. Holes means also here small place, slum, just like slum. Ghetto is also referred to slum. Then forlorn. Forlorn means hopeless, raised or forsaken. Forlorn means, in next word, forlorn means here hopeless or forsaken. Hopeless or forsaken. Then other word, xenophobia. Xenophobia. Xenophobia is dislike of a or prejudice, rather hatred against peoples from other countries. Means disliking, hatred against the foreigners. So their passports expired, and consul said and spokespersons in meeting that they politely advised them to go back to Germany next year, as they were having passports of Germany but not Palestine, their homeland. So this all, and some other words that in the context. Callous means hard-hearted. Callous means hard-hearted. Then anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism means hostility to or prejudice against Jews during 1939 to 1945. Then Jews were turned out of Germany by Hitler during the Second World War. Other footnotes: Jews were turned out of Germany. And persecution means hostility and ill treatment because of race or political or religious belief. So friends, thank you for watching videos. Thank you for watching videos. Have a good day. Now discussions over. Thank you very much.